Next question.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can you discern between false and true prophets in today's society? How can you discern between false and true prophets in today's society?
Test every spirit by the Spirit. That's the answer. That's real quick and dry. The best way to do that is, the more you test yourself by the Spirit, you'll be able to test others. I'm telling people, man, the more you get out of God, the more discernment you have. I'm telling you, man, if you don't spend no time with God, listen, Jesus said, I only do what I see my Father do. We got to get to a place and say, you know what, God, I'm not impulsive about anything. The devil doesn't bring a counterfeit in your life when you're content. He brings it into your life when you're desperate. When you're content, he don't bother you. Man, he in love with God, y'all. I can't even get to him. She loved the Lord. I can't even get to her. But what they do is they wait until about a week or two in, and you forget that it's a discipline. Your relationship with God should not be all about a desire. It should be a desire coupled with discipline. People fall in love with God. That's a desire. They desire him. But they have no discipline to ensure that desire lasts the entire duration of whatever season they're in. Listen, when desires go, you got to have, do y'all like working out every day? It's cold. Bro, put your hand down, bro. Ain't everybody you, bro. I'm talking to the sick need a, I'm joking. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that not every day you want to go to the gym, but you know you gain so much fruit when you do in the midst of that resistance. You got to get to a place where your discipline trumps your desires. That you see, discipline is a level. It's based upon your mindset. If you got a weak mind, you get excited quickly. Man, you try 5 diets in 3 months. You got 3 workout plans. You got all this. I'm going to do this. The person you hear more than you see, that person ain't going to fulfill it. They talk about, man, girl, guess what I found? Guess what I'm about to do? Me and God. Well, I'm going. When people tell you about their fast, they ain't going to succeed in that fast. When someone tell you about what they're going to do with God, if you hear it more than you should see a change before you hear them talking about a new change they're going to embark on. So what I'm trying to say is that we got to get to a place where we say, you know what? What was the question? Oh, false and true prophets. I'm tired. I work with kids all day, all week. Mr. Ezzy this, Mr. Ezzy that, hugging on me, don't got no father at home. So all that stuff is draining. What I'm trying to say is, what is it again?
False and true.
False. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, you got to build such a discipline in God that your discernment builds so you're able to test things that's presented to you. I don't care what anybody offers me at this age. In the early stages of my faith, I was, yeah, you want to help me out? Come on and help me out. You want to give? Listen. You got to be able to tell a good thing, let me think about it. If you hear a good thing, you always go for it, you're immature. If you see $1 million on the plate, you say, let me pray about it. Don't even got to get all super spiritual. Let me think about it. Because anything given to you by God, no blessing from God comes with strings attached to them. If they want something, I don't want it. Freely I give. Freely I receive. Listen, if it ain't one of those shake my hand kind of blessings, if it ain't one of those wire transfer blessings, if you want a wire transfer, we'll take any matter of donation. This ministry has been a blessing to you. You can wire it. We take big donations, 2 mics, $2 million. Anything in between are over. But what I'm trying to say is, but don't be asking for nothing. But what I'm saying is, you got to be able to say, when God gives you something, that person he's blessing you through doesn't want nothing from you. If they want something from you, they're not really blessing you. The Bible says in Proverbs, be very careful on where you sit in front of kings. Don't eat the king's meat, basically, because his heart is not with you. You can tell when someone's heart's not with you. Look at their eyes. Look at their mannerisms. If they're sweating, if they're extra nervous, if their eyes blink a lot. I've been around witches. I've been around people who are skilled at it. And you look them in the eye and they swear they think you don't know what you know. Man, you're like, you know what? I can't trust you. In a matter of weeks, months, they're gone. They stay as long as you allow them to stay. But if you give them nothing, let me try again. The Bible says the devil didn't tempt him in Galilee. The Bible says the devil left to a more opportune time. So what I'm trying to say is, you got to be able to be poised enough to say, you know what? Any and everything, let me think about it. Unless it's a wire transfer and you don't even know their first name, unless it's one they'll shake your hand. Listen, I be shaking those hands. Don't be rude and look at how much is in your hand in front of them. Put it in your pocket, go on to the car, look at it, because you're gonna get your feelings hurt. You think it's 20, it's only $2. Sometimes the Lord will bless you. Someone shook my hand and gave me 500. So sometimes the Lord will give you big blessings through that. But listen, if they're still lingering, that person wants to be a leech in your life. And leeches, the only thing they do is drain from you. So you know a true prophet when what they say comes true. You know it's a true prophet when their prophecy matches the word. When it comes to you being prophesied to, you know it's true when their prophecy is only confirming what God has already said to you. Most of these prophets, they try to tell you things. Oh man, she got, prophets do, they look at the audience. Oh, she got 2 babies. I don't see no man beside her. Come here, daughter. The Lord is trying to tell me that and he looks at the kids' clothes. He don't see no Ralph Lauren, no Jordans. I see that you're not in the place that you desire to be. The Lord is telling me even right now that what's your baby's name? Okay, Jasmine's gonna. They look on the outside to try to get you emotionalized. Listen. I went to Oral Roberts. Let me tell you. I'm gonna get off this. I went to Oral Roberts, and you know those people that used to touch you and make you laugh. Those false people they touch you, you start laughing. Listen. Listen. You can't trick me, right? They'll come down the aisle. We had big name preachers. Televangelists, all this stuff. They'll come down the aisle. They'll look me in the eye. No, they can't. I can't go to that person. The next dude beside me laughed on the floor. Why you ain't come touch me? Because they know I know what's going on. You need that level of discernment when they look at you and be like, I can't even mess with you. Listen, demons don't want an equal fight. They want a fight that they can always win. So when you're strong enough, you can look $1 million in the eye and say, I had people tell me they're going to give me $10,000, $5,000, promise me TV deals, promise me all these different things, and I ain't budge. I had people talking about you should change the name, change the logo. Have you thought about saying get plugged into your purpose? Don't say get plugged into Christ. This was all whispered in my ears, and I said no. You got to check your heart first to make sure that you're so content in God that a dollar, a demon, or a deacon, or another D cannot move you. If you easily moved, you're going to always have things suggested to you. But when you found on the rock, you can stand through any weather. What's some evergreen trees? Evergreens? Yeah. They always evergreen. Next question.